Common Course and Condition, page 169 in your activity book. The Pilgrims landed at Plymouth in 1620 in England. They had suffered for their religious beliefs. In America, they hoped to make a better life. They were eager to create the sort of community that seemed best to them. Before they sailed, the Pilgrims had agreed to a plan. They called this plan the Common Course and Condition. The Pilgrims agreed to work together and share the food they grew. They agreed that whatever they harvested would be shared equally. Everybody would get an equal share. It would not be your corn and my corn, his corn and her corn. It would be our corn. The Pilgrims believed this would be a good way to run their new colony. They believed the Common Course and Condition was consistent with their Christian religious ideas. They thought it would encourage teamwork and brotherhood. They were confident it would get everyone working together. The Pilgrims followed the Common Course and Condition for their first 2 years in the New World. In the spring of 1621, they planted crops. In the fall, they harvested the crops and divvied up the crops. Each pilgrim got an equal share of the corn. In 1622, they did the same thing. By 1622, many pilgrims had grown unhappy with the Common Course. The governor, William Bradford, was one of them. He felt that the Common Course was not working. Some people worked hard every day. When harvest time came, these hard workers got 1 basket of corn. Other people worked hard some days. These people also got 1 basket of corn. Some people did very little work, and these people got 1 basket of corn. The hard workers were upset. They were working harder. Shouldn't they get more corn? Why should they have to sweat all day in the fields to raise food for slackers who did much less? Bradford and the other pilgrims discussed the situation. In the end, they decided the Common Course had to go. They made a new law. Each pilgrim family was given a piece of land. On this land, the family members were allowed to grow corn for themselves. They did not have to share the corn with the rest of the community. They could keep what they grew. What do you think happened? The new plan was a big success. Bradford wrote that it made all hands very industrious. In other words, everybody started working harder. Much more corn was planted and much more was harvested. Pilgrims who had complained about life under the Common Course now went willingly into the field. The Common Course and Condition sounded good on paper, but in real life it did not work very well. The Pilgrims found that the colony as a whole was more successful when each family was allowed to keep the fruits of its labor.